This is the second embedded event manager session. The EEM as a language supports three types of variable types: long integers, strings, and array. In order to create a variable, we will have to issue the action set with the variable name and the actual value. And for creating an array, we'll use basically the same structure, so just indicating the different values that correspond to this array. Remember that in order to reference a variable, we would have to use the $sign. We can execute math operations such as increment, where the results goes directly to the variable. In this case, notice that there is no $sign, and in the other cases you have to use the $sign, and the result will be placed in the result variable. So you can execute an add, a subtraction, multiplication, and a division. In the case of the division, the result is stored into values, the result and the remainder. You can interact with the user, sending a message to the screen or asking for user input with the gets action. You can use logical condition operators such as equal to, greater than, greater equal, lower than, lower equal, and not equal. And you can execute ifs with action if or action else if, action else, and action end. You can also execute loops like the while loop and the for each loop, where an iterator will go through a series of values within an array, for instance, and then you can access each value using the iterator variable. In order to get out of the loop before it ends, you can use the action break statement. Let's see an example. The first example is create a script that asks the user for a number and create as many syslog messages as the number specified. So this will be the script. Remember that we will be using event none because this will be a manual executed script. Then we will ask the user to give it a number. We will check if the number is lower or equal to 0. If that happens, we will print a warning message and we will exit our applet. If the number is valid, we will do a loop. We will do in a loop here, where at each execution of the loop, we will issue this message to the syslog. This is the output. Here the user gives an invalid number and we exit the program. We also give an invalid number and we exit the program. And finally, we give a valid number and repeat this message 5 times. And the second example is create an EEM script that runs every 30 seconds and sends a message to the syslog and to the user, printing the time available before the time expires, the time at which the last event was triggered, and the type of timer. So the applet will be this. We will use an event timer watchdog that runs every 30 seconds. As soon as we enter this applet, in 30 seconds will start counting, and after the 30 seconds elapse, a syslog message will be sent and a message to the screen will be sent. This is the result: syslog and the screen, syslog and screen, syslog and screen, and we are printing the 3 variable information. So remember the actions that are available: sending a message to the syslog, reload the iOS, force a switchover between routing processors, communicating with the subsystem in order to fire up another policy, changing counters, sending an SNMP trap, communicating with the tracking objects. This is related to SNMP. Executing click commands, sending an email, or executing another policy. And you have all these events available for you to catch. And remember that with each event, there is a set of variables available. For instance, now that we executed the timer, we use these 3 variables. Okay, that's it.